19 years later, today marks nearly 2 decades since September 11th, the deadly attack on the World Trade Center that changed the country forever. The stock exchange reopening less than a week later on Monday, September 17th. Joining me right now is the president of the New York Stock Exchange, Stacey Cunningham. Stacey, thank you so much for joining us. I know you've got a moment of silence coming up. What is the mood on the floor this morning?
September 11th is always a somber day here at the Exchange, Maria. As you know, we take the moment to remember all the lives lost, and our thoughts are with the family members and everyone impacted by those tragic events that day. And so you feel that each and every year.
It's such a sad day, and for all of us who were there and remembering it, it's just really horrible. I want to ask you about business today and how things have changed, such as the IPO market, Stacey. Investors have been keeping an eye on technology companies, and Palantir has chosen Citadel Securities to oversee its upcoming listing on the New York Stock Exchange. What kind of an impact does this have? Palantir is well known and highly innovative company. It's coming to the exchange in an IPO.
Maria, I do want to talk about the IPO market, but I think it's worth taking a moment back to touch on how we felt after 9/11 as well, and in New York City, because it was a really challenging period of time for New York. And I know in your last segment you were talking about the city and what the city's going through right now. And what I was so inspired back in 9/11 by was the resilience of New Yorkers and how we came together to rise out of that challenge and out of that confrontation. And we need to do the same thing right now.
Yes, you're absolutely right. We're looking on the left side of the screen, people gathering, officials gathering for some of the acknowledgments today that will be taking place in Lower New York. There is Vice President Joe Biden and Governor Cuomo from New York getting ready here for some of the tributes to those we lost on September 11th. Have the markets changed very much, Stacey? The retail trading environment, we're seeing an uptick of people investing in with their own hands. There's a rise of day traders, people becoming their own brokers. You know, you've lived and I have lived through the September 11th attacks, the dot-com boom and bust, the housing boom and bust, globalization. How have things changed from your standpoint?
Yeah, absolutely. We lived through so much, and after the attacks, you know, we actually had to shut down trading for a few days, and that was really a challenge because we didn't have the infrastructure to keep the market open. That's changed now. There's a lot more protections in place for so many others so that we can keep trading going. The level of retail engagement in the market is really much higher. And so we are seeing that certainly as a difference now, right? And that's been the level of retail engagement is a very good thing because it's important to see retail investors engaged in the market. But we want to make sure they understand the risks as well. So that's important. You mentioned on the IPO market, we have so much coming up now in the IPO market. I mean, August has been the busiest month we've seen for IPOs since October of 2013. In September, we're on track to have the busiest month we've seen for IPOs ever in recent history. So it's really been a very active. It feels a little disconnected from the economy. We need to make sure we get people back into the office so that other parts of the economy are also getting that benefit.
Yeah, and J.P. Morgan basically taking the Band-Aid off, right? News this morning that J.P. Morgan is telling its employees, come back to work. It's bringing back senior traders and salespeople by September 21st back on the trading desk. How important is this, in your view, to be a catalyst for Wall Street to get back?
Yeah, in my view, it's really critical to get people back into the office in order to support the economy. One of the things that we've seen is that people don't feel quite safe about COVID. And when I made the decision to close the trading floor, it was around choosing between people's safety and livelihood. And we don't have to do that now. We know how to keep people safe. By wearing masks, by social distancing, we're able to keep people separate and safe. We need to focus on safety in the city and people restoring that level of confidence in the city so that people do come back to the office, because that's how we're going to help the economy recover. We don't have to choose between a lockdown. We know so much more now about keeping safe.
All right, Stacey, it's good to see you this morning. I know you'll have a lot on your plate today with the remembrance of September 11th. We'll be watching. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maria.